guys, long time no talk. I feel like I haven't recorded a video in months because I haven't recorded a video in months. I've been very, very busy, but that stops now. I actually don't know if this is gonna make it onto the internet, but if it does, then I'll be happy. Anyway, for this video, I am doing an A Little Life reading vlog. I don't know if there will be other books in this reading vlog or if I will be focusing all my energy into this and recovering from it after I finish it. To say that I'm scared to read this book would be an understatement. I have heard so many things about it, and I think that there's just so much like talk about it that it's like I don't know what to expect, but I know to like expect everything at the same time. Like I don't know any of the details. I just know that it's heartbreaking and a beautiful story. Definitely check trigger warnings if you're gonna read this book. I haven't read it, so I don't know what it contains. But yeah, so I'm gonna take you guys along on my journey reading this book, and we'll see what I think by the end of it and how it changes my life, because I have also heard that it is a life-changing book. So yeah, stay tuned for updates. I'll try and give them consistently. Hopefully this video makes it to the internet. I will see you guys later with an update. Not been filming myself actually reading the book, but I'm like a little over 200 pages in. I'm on part 2 right now. I think it's called Postman. Pretty sure that's what it's called. And there's so much book left. And like right now I'm crying like happy tears. And I'm so scared for what that means because again, this is an 800-page book and I'm only on page 200, so I really don't know what to expect. But then it took me a while to get into. Like it was a little bit slow to start and it was just a lot of like info dumping. And like some parts you'll like read and you'll be like, why is this relevant to the story? And like I still don't know why it's relevant to the story. But it just like gives backstory on the characters, I guess. But like I'm just reading this right now and like their friendship is so sweet, and like it is heavy, and like even this early on in the book it's like touched on like heavy topics and has like implied a lot of things, and so like that's not like I haven't like forgotten that, but like at least at the part that I'm at right now, like it's really just like happy, and like their friendship is just so like I don't even know, special is the only way I can like explain it. But yeah, there's a lot to come and I don't know what that means and I'm really scared. Yeah, but that's my update as of right now. We are 200 pages in. I'm listening and watching hockey as I read. But yeah, I don't know what to expect. I'm scared. I'm so scared. Anyway, I'm gonna keep reading. It's taking me a while just because I'm not like, the chapters are really, really long, which I'm not used to. And even like the parts are long, but like there's only like 3 chapters like within each part, I think. So they are really long chapters, and I have been falling asleep while reading it most nights. So I haven't like been reading like big chunks at a time. I think today is the first time that I've really like read a big chunk of it. So we are slowly but surely making our way through it. I'm sure that the deeper I get into the story, the faster I'm gonna want to read it, which is kind of how I'm feeling right now. So that's my update for now. I don't know what's gonna come next. I'm scared. But yeah, that is all that I have for you right now. Thing that the author keeps doing in this book that is just stressing me out is she keeps inferring to like how they don't realize it. The characters, like, don't realize something in the moment, but they'll come to realize it, like, in the future, that it was helpful, or that, like, things were good now, but that they didn't know that things were gonna get worse, and stuff like that. Like, she keeps just making these inferences about the future, and it's stressing me out. I'm stressed. That's all. I'm, like, almost 400 pages in, and I hate the sentence that I just read. Like, I was already hesitant about the situation, and I just want to give this character a hug. Like, I just want to give him a hug. Alright, friends, I have not been, like, recording myself while reading, just because it's been intense. To say the least. Last night I literally read for so long and was getting so invested. I fell asleep thinking about the book, I dreamed about the book, and I woke up thinking about the book. Like, I genuinely, like, it consumed my mind last night and this morning, and so I just want to keep reading. I have, like, 300 pages left. I'm almost done. Well, not almost done, I guess, but I think I'm gonna finish it either today or tomorrow. But yeah, I've definitely hit heavy territory. I can't even remember the last time I updated or what I was talking about. I've been kind of, like, recording my reactions to, like, certain parts, but, I mean, you would have already seen that if you're watching this. But yeah, I genuinely, like, I don't know what to say. It's a really good book, and it's beautifully written, but it's heartbreaking, and, like, I don't know, it's just, like, there are, like, sweet moments, like, sprinkled in, and you can really, like, see, like, the power of friendship and love, and just, like, relationships and how important they are to people, but it is still heartbreaking, and then there's so much happening. I just have no idea where it's gonna go, and I have no idea how the book is gonna end, because, like, I don't know, the way things are written just have me thinking, like, one thing, but I genuinely, like, at this point, I couldn't tell you, like, what's gonna happen, especially because there are still 300 pages left, so I don't know what to expect at all. But I'm gonna sit here and read for a little bit. It'll probably be some hours that I read, and then, yeah, we'll see when I see you next. I don't know when that'll be or how I'll be feeling, but that is my update. Pages left, and the only thing I'm capable of saying is I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna end. I don't know anything. That is literally the only phrase that can come out of my mouth right now, is I do not know. I'm so scared. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this book. I don't know what the next clip is gonna look like, but you will in less than a second, probably. No. No, 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 no. I'm shaking. I'm gonna scream. I was gonna do something. I don't even remember what I was gonna do. I didn't know I could cry this much. I literally can't stop. I don't know why I gaslit myself into thinking this was gonna have a happy ending. Oh my god. My heart hurts. This lighting is not the greatest, but I'm back. It's been a hot minute since I gave an update. I finished A Little Life, I think, a week or two ago. I think it's been over a week since I finished it, but I haven't filmed like a final update on my thoughts, mainly because I was very distraught after finishing. I'll have to include like the Snapchat clips of myself that I took because there were a lot of feelings felt at the end of that book, and I think I just needed some like processing time to just gather my thoughts. I thought it was a beautiful book. I really liked it, and it feels weird to say that about the book because of the content of the book, and it's definitely a book that I think everyone has to just like look into and research and see if that it's something that like is suitable for themselves. So I feel like it's not, I agree with what everyone else has said about the book in terms of like not necessarily recommending it, but like still thinking that it was a great book. Because it is a really heavy book and it is really intense at times, and there are heartwarming moments and like moments that like I can look back on fondly and like happy moments in the book, but there are also extremely dark and heavy topics talked about. So it's 100% a book that just like look into it, read the trigger warnings, read reviews, just read about it, because I think that it's like everyone knows their own limits and they know their own triggers best, and so yeah. But aside from that, it was a beautiful story of just like relationships and friendships and adult friendships. I feel like I think a lot of the times in books things can be glamorized, and I mean, we use reading as like, or at least I use reading as like a form of escapism, and so I'm not necessarily caring that my books are like relevant to the real world, and like I know that a lot of situations and a lot of stories are like unrealistic, and though I think that some might argue that some of the topics in this book were like talked about to the extremes or like pushed to the extremes, I do think that a lot of the topics that were talked about are very real, and they're very real issues, and though a minority of people might experience them to that extreme, a lot of people experience even some of the smaller things on an everyday basis. And so I do think it's important to talk about, and it is just like a very real book. So if you are into reading as a form of escapism and don't necessarily want such heavy topics in your book, I would maybe steer clear from this. But it was beautifully written, and I think that there were very important arguments and topics brought up that just like can lead to good conversation and just like good debate in like the mental health community and just the health medical community in general. But yeah, I did really like the book. It feels weird to say that, but like I just thought it was really well written and well done. And I mean, I don't think this is a big spoiler. I don't think it's a spoiler at all, but like throughout the book she does foreshadow, not even foreshadowing, it's just like the characters in conversation will like talk about how books always have like a happy ending and how real life isn't like that, and it's just I think it's just foreshadowing like their story and their journey and how not every journey has a happy ending. And so that is touched on a lot in this book. So I think, yeah, just do your research when you're reading this book, or when if you're thinking about reading this book, maybe watch some like reaction videos and see if it's something that is suitable for you. But if you do decide to read it, it is like a really emotional story, but like, I don't know, it's really, I don't know, it just like, I feel like sticks with you, and it like changes something in you, and just like the way you view certain things, and like teaches you not to take things for granted, and to just, I don't know, keep pushing forward and pushing through and finding something to look forward to every day, no matter how big or small that may be. Yeah, it was a really beautiful story though, and I'm really glad that I read it, and I think that the characters will stick with me for a really long time, if not forever, and I do find myself just like thinking about it and thinking about the story and about the characters, and it's like hard to remember that they're not real, which I think is always super like cool when authors can do that and just make characters feel so real. But yeah, I thought it was a really good book. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for everyone, but if you do decide to read it, I hope that you do so educated, you make an educated decision. But I don't know, I feel like it's easy to get lost in the heavy topics, but I also think that the happy parts of the book and like just the like happy moments that they experience together as friends and as family are easy to get lost and glossed over all the trauma that happens that they all go through. But I feel like their friendship is such a crucial component to the book, and such like a rock for all of them, and like a pillar. And so I don't know, I just hope that if you do decide to read it, that doesn't like get lost amongst everything else that's going on in the story, because their friendship is one of like the most beautiful things, even though it is flawed and it's not perfect, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's my perspective on the book. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, make sure to like this video, leave a comment down below perhaps, or subscribe if you want to maybe see more of me in the future. We'll see what my schedule allows. Anyway, I will see you guys somewhere else super soon. Bye.